Good morning, dear students. Today we'll talk about environmental pollution, which is the first topic of our third unit. In this topic, we'll discuss about general definition of environmental pollution. Uh, we'll discuss about the pollutants, uh, the types of pollutants, and at the last we'll discuss about air pollution, its sources in brief. So let's start our today's lecture. Environmental pollution can be defined as any undesirable change in physical, chemical or biological characteristics of any component of environment. It could be air, water or soil, which can cause harmful effects on the various forms of life as well as property. So if there is any kind of change that is not desirable, and if this change is either physical, chemical or biological, and if this change can cause harmful effects to the living organisms and the property, then we'll say that this change is actually environmental pollution. Now there could be different types of changes in the environment which can be categorized as physical, chemical or biological changes. Suppose the temperature of atmosphere increases because of greenhouse gases. So this will be a physical change, because heat is a form of physical change. If there is formation of acid rain in the atmosphere, that will be a chemical change, because number of gases are reacting with water vapors, and because of that chemical change a new component or say pollutant is formed in the atmosphere. So if that change is because of some chemical reactions between the different compounds or components, then that will be a chemical change. There could be a biological change also. If the biodiversity of earth shrinks, if the population of plants and animals declines, that will be a biological change. Or if any particular kind of pathogen enters in any area, that will be a biological change. So any kind of physical, chemical or biological change which is not desirable and which can cause adverse impacts is termed as environmental pollution. A pollution is direct or indirect change in any environmental component that is causing harmful effect adversely on the industrial progress, culture or natural assets or general environment. Now we'll talk about the pollutants. This undesirable change is caused by certain substances, matter or energy which are termed as pollutants. So the pollutant can be defined as matter or energy which leads to the undesirable change in the environment. The pollutant could be either solid in nature, liquid, or it could be a gaseous substance. If these pollutants are present in greater than natural abundance, if they are present in nature more than their natural concentration, and if they are produced because of human activity which have a detrimental effect on our environment, then such type of substances are known as pollutants. So pollutants are the agents of pollution. Now we'll talk about classification of pollutants. From an ecological perspective, the pollutants can be classified as follows. The classification of pollutants can segregate all the pollutants into three different categories. The first category could be degradable pollutants, second is slowly degradable pollutants, and the third category of pollutants could be non-degradable pollutants. Now we'll discuss about the degradable pollutants. These are the pollutants which can be degraded or broken down very easily by the microorganisms. So number of substances which are although not desired or desirable in the environment, but if they enter in the environment because of any man-made activity, they can easily be broken down by the action of microorganisms. So they are termed as degradable pollutants. The example of degradable pollutants could be sewage, paper waste, kitchen waste or food waste, etc. Because such category of waste is termed as organic waste, and organic waste can be easily attacked by the microorganisms or bacteria which are naturally present in the environment, and these bacteria can break down the complex chain of these organic waste into simpler nutrients and minerals which they utilize for their own growth. So degradable pollutants are not so much harmful as compared to the other categories of pollutants. The second category of pollutant is termed as slowly degradable pollutants. These pollutants, although can be degraded by the action of microorganisms, but it takes a decade or more for them to get degraded. The example of slowly degradable pollutants could be DDT, which is used as a pesticide, and some forms of plastics are also kept under this category. It takes more than 30 years to degrade DDT as well as some plastics. Now, the third category of pollutants is termed as non-degradable pollutants, which are most dangerous pollutant among all the types of pollutants, because if they enter into environment from any source, they cannot be degraded because of action of microorganism or any other methods. These non-degradable pollutants can change their state. Sometimes they can be in the solid state, while on the other hand sometimes they may come in the liquid state or gaseous state. They may also travel from one component of atmosphere to another component, like sometimes they may enter in the atmosphere, from there they may come to the hydrosphere by mixing up with the water, and they can also reach to the lithosphere or the soil. So they may travel from one segment of environment or one component of environment to other, like biosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere, but they will not get degraded completely. So these are most dangerous pollutants, because these non-degradable pollutants, if they enter into human body or other living organisms tissues, then they keep on accumulating inside the living organisms, and while their accumulation inside the body, they will keep damaging the body tissues, and in most of the cases they may lead to the death of that particular living organism. The examples of non-degradable pollutants could be heavy metals such as mercury, chromium, arsenic, etc. So we have three different categories of pollutants: degradable, slowly degradable and non-degradable pollutants. Now that was general information about environmental pollution and pollutants. Now we will talk about air pollution. The word pollution is derived from a Latin word, that is pollutionem, which means to make dirty. The air pollution can be defined as any undesirable change in physical, chemical or biological characteristics of air, water and land, and which is harmful for the living organisms, cultural assets and industrial processes. We know that there are a number of air pollutants which are harmful to the cultural assets of any country or region. For example, acid rain. We know that acid rain is very harmful for the buildings which are made up of marble, and we have the example of this in India. The acid rain has caused damage to the Taj Mahal, which is one among the 7 wonders of the world, because this acid rain can react with the marble and it can uh, deteriorate the quality of that marble. The white marble can turn into yellowish color and it decreases the beauty of that historical monuments. Similarly, these pollutants are also harmful for the living organisms and industrial processes. Now, I would like to discuss about some facts and figures of air pollution. As per World Health Organization, in 2016, 91% of the world population was living in places where the WHO air quality guidelines levels were not met. Means 91% of world population was breathing the polluted air. That is a study which has been carried out by WHO. The ambient air pollution means outside air pollution, was estimated to cause 4.2 million premature deaths worldwide in 2016. About 90% of them was from low and middle income countries. This study has also been conducted by World Health Organization. In United States, nearly 134 million people, that is over 40% of the total population of US, are at the risk of disease and premature death because of air pollution. And this study was carried out by American Lung Association. And if we talk about India, the air pollution is a leading risk factor for death. 1 in 8 deaths in India was attributable to air pollution in 2017, and this figure would certainly have increased by 2020 and 21. So, these are some facts and figures of air pollution. Large number of deaths are caused because of different kinds of air pollutants which are released from various sources. Now, we will talk about the sources of air pollution. There are a number of sources of air pollution which are releasing different kinds of harmful and toxic air pollutants into the atmosphere. Now, we will talk about some of these sources. The air pollutants can be released into the atmosphere through industrial emissions. Different types of industries release the toxic air pollutants in the form of gases such as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, oxides of nitrogen, etc., along with the dust particles which are known as suspended particulate matters, and all these pollutants are causing problems to the living organisms, and they are also disturbing the natural environment of this earth. We know that the problems such as acid rain, global warming are directly associated with extra emission or extra release of these harmful toxic gases into the atmosphere. Another source could be forest fire. The forest fire is leading to the release of carbon dioxide to a very great extent, which is polluting the nearby air of any region. Another source could be vehicular pollution, and when fuel is burnt in any vehicle, the exhaust gases such as oxides of carbon, oxides of sulfur, suspended particulate matter, etc., are released to the environment. Then we have household burning, which is also causing air pollution by release of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And finally, the volcanic eruption, which releases various toxic gases such as hydrogen sulfide, methane, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, etc., into the atmosphere. These are some of the sources of air pollution and which are responsible for the global air pollution in total. So, that was all about today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will talk about effects of air pollution as well as control of air pollution. So, So that was all about today. Thank you.